Hey folks, it's Dennis from the Australian Rock Show, and in this video we're going to take a look at the new single from Ace Frehley called Rockin' with the Boys, which is the second single to be released from his upcoming new album due in October called Spaceman. You know, in another place and time I was very much the devoted eat, sleep and dream Kiss fan. A rock soldier who back in the day was even a signed up member of the original Frehley's Comet fan club. That fan club, from memory, was ran by a guy called Eric Cram, and I think it's important to recognise and acknowledge guys like him and so many others around the world who, back in the 1980s, kept the Kiss flame burning bright by producing Kiss fanzines and fan clubs, all for the love of that band and, in his case, one of its former members. I don't want to get too off track here, but there was a book which came out some years back that focused solely on Kiss fanzines called The Ultimate Fanzine Phenomenon. So if you don't have this, make an effort to hunt it down, because it's a fascinating look at a time period which sadly no longer exists. Anyway, my point is that I can recall being a member of that fan club around 1986, early 1987, and feeling genuinely excited about the release of that debut album from Frehley's Comet, as it had been some years since we'd heard any material or any new material from Ace after his exit from Kiss. Folks, after hearing this new track, Rockin' with the Boys, along with its predecessor, Bronx Boy, I've got that very same feeling of anticipation. Very much looking forward to hearing Frehley's upcoming record, because I'm thinking it's gonna be something memorable, something quite special. I mean, the two tracks which have been released so far are both fantastic slices of guitar-fueled rock and roll. So I think we're all entitled to feel a little bit pumped about this new album from Ace, which is due in a couple of months. To be honest, Rockin' with the Boys wasn't as instantly as infectious as Bronx Boy, but it still kicks ass and it'll be stuck in your head in the nicest possible way. Oh, and if you haven't heard Bronx Boy, man oh man, you need to go buy that. It's grimy, hook-laden rock and roll from the street, which in my opinion contains one of Frehley's most potent ever guitar solos. I ain't kidding ya, it's blistering. I saw Ace Frehley and his band on one of the dates he did in Australia last year with Alice Cooper and was very impressed. Ace looked great and his vocals were very, very strong. Love, love, love Alice Cooper and have seen him a bunch of times over the years, but Frehley and his band, in my opinion, stole the show that night, and I know there's a lot of other folks who saw those run of Australian dates back in October who share that same opinion. Musically, Rockin' with the Boys rocks hard with a thumping beat right the way through and has the potential to be a sing-along favourite. Ace's vocals sound stronger than ever and his guitar solo on this is impressive, as you'd expect, and it has that distinct sound all over it. The solo is followed by a breakdown featuring drums and vocal only, which you know is going to go down really, really well in front of a receptive live audience. You know, many fans who review Ace's material in recent years often neglect the fact that a large part of the Ace Frehley groove is down to his longtime cohort Richie Scarlett, a guy who's more than paid his dues and someone who brings a lot of that street level, dirty, crunching guitar sound to Ace and his overall sound. Lyrically, Rockin' with the Boys tells the tale of being out on the road with the band, away from his sweetheart, but rest assured he'll return to her when he can. No need to worry, I'll be home soon, because I'm rocking with the boys. Don't be sad, I'm working tonight, I'm rocking with the boys. Now, if I want to veer the spaceship drastically off course here, I could draw a wild comparison to these lyrics with Beth's Me and the Boys Are Playing. We just can't find the sound, just a few more hours and I'll be right home to you. But it's unnecessary and I'll leave that to others who like to look over and dissect song lyrics in great detail. Folks, it's 40 years since this incredible slice of rock and roll came out. And the fact that all this time later, this guy is cranking out stuff like Bronx Boy and Rockin' with the Boys, I for one am grateful and cannot wait to hear the new album. Kind of interesting that on some of the recent Kiss shows I've seen online, they look like they're going through the motions on a fairly predictable set list, whereas Frehley is out there looking lean and hungry, sounding amazing in the live environment, and is creating rock and roll which sounds fresh, vital, and which kicks major, major ass. I'm giving Rockin' with the Boys 2 thumbs up, and I'm confident you will too. And if you live in Australia, the exciting news is, as many of you will know, that Ace Frehley and his band will be opening shows for Gene Simmons later this month. Tuesday the 28th of August, they're on in Adelaide. Thursday the 30th of August, they're on at Festival Hall in Melbourne. Remember, go see Ace and Gene at the Enmore Theatre in Sydney. And Saturday the 1st of September, they're on at the Tivoli Theatre in Brisbane. Get your tickets from Ticketek. Before I get out of here, I just want to mention that we did an interview with former Frehley's Comet member Todd Howarth last year, which is on show number 73, by the way. Chatted with Todd after a 4x8 gig and had a good chat about his career and indeed his time working with Ace Frehley. So if you are tuning into this show as a Kiss or Ace fan, I reckon you'll dig that interview. Thanks once again for watching, folks. We are proud supporters of Australian rock and roll, especially stuff which is harder edged. We've been flying the flag since 1987, so if you think your band could fly onto our rock and roll radar and you'd like us to review your band's release, australianrockshow@gmail.com. That's our email address, and that's the best place to contact us. Be sure to visit our online home at australianrockshow.com, and if you're a long-time listener of ours or you appreciate what we do, please take time to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the end of this video, which is a great way to help us out and to keep up to date on all that's happening in our rock and roll world. Until next time, this is Dennis, out.